Ever tried putting together a jigsaw puzzle only to find some pieces are missing, worn down, or faded? That's exactly what researchers are studying: how real-world damage affects puzzle solving and how computers tackle these tricky challenges. Let's break down this fascinating research and see what it reveals about AI and problem solving. So the team focused on three types of damage. First, missing pieces, like if parts of the puzzle were just gone. Then, eroded edges, where the borders of pieces are worn away, making it hard to fit them together. And finally, eroded content, where the actual image on the pieces fades or changes, like a painting losing its color over time. To test how well different puzzle-solving algorithms handle these issues, the researchers used a dataset of 63,000 art images, splitting them into puzzles ranging from 6x6 to 12x12 pieces. They then simulated damage using an erosion factor that controls how much each piece is affected. For example, a 50% erosion factor might mean half the pieces have faded colors or missing edges, while the other half stay intact. Here's where it gets interesting. When puzzles had missing pieces, the best performing method was a heuristic approach, a rule-based system developed by you et al., which outperformed even deep learning models. But when edges were eroded, a diffusion-based AI model called Positional Diffusion shone, especially on smaller puzzles. And when the actual images on the pieces were damaged, Positional Diffusion still led the pack, though all methods struggled with larger puzzles. What's really cool is that fine-tuning these AI models with corrupted data significantly improved their performance. Think of it like training a dog to find a hidden toy in a messy room. It gets better with practice. For instance, the transformer model, which initially lagged, caught up when exposed to damaged puzzles during training. This research isn't just about puzzles, it's about how AI adapts to real-world imperfections. Whether it's restoring ancient artworks or helping robots navigate cluttered environments, understanding how systems handle damage could lead to smarter, more resilient technology. So next time you're stuck on a puzzle, remember, even AI has its challenges, and some pretty clever ways to overcome them. What do you think? Would you trust a robot to fix a broken painting? Let me know in the comments. Maybe we'll tackle the next puzzle together. Imagine you're trying to put together a jigsaw puzzle, but some pieces are missing, others are smudged, and the edges are all fuzzy. Sounds frustrating, right? Well, that's exactly the challenge researchers faced when testing how well different puzzle-solving algorithms handle real-world damage. Today, we're diving into the results of their experiments and what they reveal about the strengths and weaknesses of both old-school heuristics and modern AI approaches. So the big question: how do these puzzle solvers perform when the pieces are corrupted? The study tested three traditional methods: Gallagher's approach, Pakin and Tal's technique, and you et al.'s linear programming model, alongside two deep learning models, a transformer and a positional diffusion model. They tried them on puzzles with three types of damage: missing pieces, eroded edges, and eroded contents. Here's where it gets interesting. You et al.'s method, which uses a mathematical optimization technique called linear programming, came out on top. It handled all types of corruption better than the others. But why? Well, while the other methods relied on simple, pairwise compatibility checks like matching pieces based on color or shape, Yu's approach took a more holistic view, considering the whole puzzle structure. This made it more resilient when parts of the puzzle were damaged. But even the best methods had their limits. When the damage got worse, like when entire sections of pieces were erased, their performance dropped sharply. And here's a twist: deep learning models, which are usually powerhouses, struggled too, unless they were trained on corrupted data. Once fine-tuned with examples of damaged puzzles, both models improved dramatically. The positional diffusion model, in particular, shined. Its iterative refinement process, like slowly tweaking the puzzle layout over multiple steps, made it better at ignoring the noise caused by erosion. However, there's a catch. Both deep learning models still had trouble when pieces were missing entirely. Without visual clues, even the smartest AI can't guess what's not there. And as puzzles got bigger, performance lagged, another hurdle for real-world applications like restoring ancient art or repairing broken documents. So what's the takeaway? Traditional methods are reliable but brittle, while deep learning is adaptable, but only with the right training. The future: hybrid models that combine the best of both worlds, using AI's flexibility and heuristics structure. And more realistic training data with varied damage types is key. This research isn't just about puzzles. It's about building smarter systems to restore fragile cultural artifacts, repair damaged documents, or even help robots assemble complex objects. The next time you tackle a puzzle, remember, you're not just solving a game. You're engaging with the same challenges that scientists are working to solve with AI. Thanks for watching. If you want to see how these models actually perform, check out the visual examples in the paper. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell for more deep dives into the science behind the tech. Until next time.